Hello everyone and welcome to the first devlog of an upcoming factory game that I'm currently working on. So it's based off of games like Satisfactory, Factorio, and Hydroneer, and I've gone for kind of Hydroneer look where ore will come out, you can make it into jewelry and other stuff, but I haven't seen many games on Roblox that are kind of satisfying to be a factory. There's games like Industrialist, but those get really complicated with pollution and all that. And I've seen other tycoon games, but you can't really choose where you want to place items. Or if you do, there's not much else to do. Maybe it's like Miner's Haven where there's upgraders and stuff, but I plan for this to be a little bit more realistic. So what I have so far is basically these are extractors. So extractors will have a model soon, and basically what you can do is you can place your extractors anywhere you want, a little outline around them, you can rotate them, place them around on your plot. Can't escape your plot, otherwise you get a little air sound, but you can place them, and your goal is that these extractors will release gold, iron, and other ingots. These ingots can then go on a conveyor into a smelter. And what you can do on the smelter is you can take the ingots out and you can make them into jewelry. So there's going to be rarities for the jewelry, which will create an economy for the game. Basically, you can combine jewelry with other jewelry or more ingots to make it more expensive. So let's say you had a gold necklace that was worth $100 and combined it with a gold bar, it'd now be worth $200. And basically, you can keep combining it to make more expensive jewelry, and different rarities can be applied to each jewelry. And this will allow for other players to trade with other players and basically create very rare items rather than just having one big plot. So the first thing to do is to actually make a model for the extractors, which we don't have yet. So let's get into that. Okay, I've gotten the basic extractor model done, and now all I have to do is texture and get materials on it. Okay, I've gotten the extractor modeling and coloring done, so all I have to do now is just get the hitbox on and weld it all together, and it should be working. What I'm actually going to do, instead of welding each part individually, since I don't want to use welds, I want to use welds and strains, I'm actually going to write a little script here that will do it for me. Okay, when I hit enter, it should make all the welds for me. There I go. Got all the welds that assign the hitbox to every part. Now all I have to do is put it into replicated storage, and it should work. Actually, first what we need to do is get the pivot right here and make sure it's on the floor so that it glides around the dirt here nice and smoothly. Just seems like it is. Okay, let's see if it works. It should. Okay, well, it's not good. I mean, they're here and goes to the ground. Seems like nothing's anchored, but it should all be welded. Try and fix this. So if I look, oh, it's mixing all the welds. Okay, that's not good. I should be able to bring it into a workspace again and hit enter. Okay, all the welds are there. Should be able to just put it in here. And now when I hit play, there we go. We got our extractors in. So this is what they look like in the end. Pretty good. Show up in the inventory, we'll have to edit this a bit since it's going up through it. But if I do click, can rotate, which is good. And then if I rotate like this way, out of bounds works. And then intersecting works. And if I place it like that, there we go. That works. That's perfect. So now let's just edit the GUI so it actually fits. So all we have to do is come down here to my UI. And what I'm going to do is just paste it in here since I use a script to assign it to the GUI service. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in an example item, set visible to true. And then what I need to do is I need to give it an example item to show right here in the viewport frame. So I'm going to paste in a basic extractor. And I think it was -4.5. I don't know how to do that. Let me check. So I go into my plot system. Somewhere I do this viewport frame. Yep. Here. Pivot to -4.5. So we just got to make sure position. There we go. -4.5. Okay. This is our problem we had. Great. So to fix it, what I probably want to do is make the viewport frame. Probably don't want to make it smaller. I probably don't want to move it down either. So, but I mean, if I do that, yeah, we're gonna make it smaller. That should solve our problem. Okay, that looks a lot better. Just gotta enable my button now, and then delete the extractor, and then delete my item and paste it back in to my plot system. There we go. So now if we hit play, it does work, and we do see our extractor here. Again, we have one more. We can move it around. I thought we gotta make sure the rotation works. So I'm actually gonna make sure it works. That rotation, so this one's facing here, which is good. If I stop, save data for player Lucky Echo, come back in, and there we go. Yeah, rotation does save. And again, I can move stuff around. There we go. It's perfect. So I kind of want to explain to you guys how it works. So basically, we have the placeable items here, and this is where all of the extractors are going to go. And these are what are going to grab items out of the ground, like iron, gold, and drop them off. And basically, each one is assigned an ID. So the ID for a basic extractor is 0. And all I'm doing basically is in my plot manager, when I place an item, which I've made right here, this is all my plot manager. Basically, I take in an ID, and I get that ID from the placeables list, which is right here. And then I can just spawn it in using clone, pivot to, and then parent. And then of course I have my plot saving and machine handling. So probably in the next devlog, what we're going to work on is getting machine handling done. Because right now, the extractors aren't working. We don't actually have a conveyor either. But each one will have its own process function, which basically for the droppers will have an interval where it drops ore. So right now it just prints out something, but we don't actually have something that drops out. So we'll do that in the next video. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to share this video with other people, and I'll put the game link in the description. So if you want to favorite it, I don't know if you can because it'll be private, but yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.